My name is D-Face and my art form is pop art. My art is in the street, but it's not exclusively in the street. It appears in the gallery, it appears as prints, it appears as canvases. My inspiration behind putting work in the street, it was because I was bored at work. I had a job that was meant to be creative but was mind-numbingly boring. You know, as I had been interested in graffiti and had dabbled with as a kid, that I would start putting stuff back out in the street. There was no such thing as street art at the time. There was a very few limited people that were doing anything in the street, and at the time there was really only, I guess, the Toasters and maybe Solo One and Shepherd Fairy that I was aware of that were doing anything. And it was really just a creative release, something that was there for me to have my own self-enjoyment. It was a very selfish act. I started off with one character that I would just draw on vinyl and put it up in the streets, and developed more characters, but it always came back to the dog, as it's become known, and the wings icons. My artistic style, I guess, is subversive. It takes over iconic images and gets people to question their relationship to those images. My work is essentially a representation of what we have become today, which is a media-saturated environment. My current show, Apopcalypse now, is a reference to pop culture and my inspirations from that, pop art and my inspirations from that, such as Warhol, Lichtenstein, so on. And then it's also about what is currently today's undermining and impending feeling, which is like economic gloom and doom, pretty much like world disorder. It's referencing, obviously, comic book culture, which I grew up with and is still prominent today, and those iconic figures that are part of that. Superman, he's pretty much a defunct character now. You know, Superman was created to represent America and America's power, and it's no longer relevant today. You know, nobody wants to see the Americans invade and rebuild theory or philosophy. What I wanted to get across is what happens to those superheroes now when they're no longer relevant to today's society. Techniques I use are varied. I don't stick to one technique, but prominent within all my work is screenprinting. It's something I've always been interested in since a kid, from screen printed stickers to skateboard graphics to pop art that I'd seen by Andy Warhol. Posters are the same, bigger equivalent. It just takes a bit more planning, a bit more of an operation. Spray paint, it's becoming increasingly harder to do anything that's as I wish to see it, so clean and bold within city centres, and for me it's always been about getting it seen, getting the work seen.